Continuing with the previous topic, that is linear congruential method, I was pointing out the characteristics of good generator. The main characteristics are: the first one is the maximum density, the second one is the maximum period, which is also called as cycling, and one more important characteristic is speed and efficiency. So most of the digital computer, they always use the binary representation of numbers. So if you want to once again go with the speed and efficiency, then always the modulus m, okay, we should see that, okay, this speed and efficiency are always aided by the modulus m to be a power of 2. Fine, it is should be always what the value of m should be always the power of 2. Then we can achieve speed and efficiency and consider a generator as a good generator. And with respect to the maximum period, fine, and also there are certain characteristics of a good generator. Okay, if I consider the linear congruential generator, I told about the period, fine. With respect to the maximum period, a full period can be achieved if and only if the following three conditions hold. The first condition is, fine, the only positive integer that divides both m and c is what? That is 1. Fine. Always, to achieve a maximum period in linear congruential generator and make it as a good generator or the best generator, see to that the only positive integer that exactly divides both m and c should be what? That is 1. If q is a prime number that divides m, then q divides a minus 1. So we know we have m and a as a parameter. If we are considering some number which is a prime number, if it is dividing m, then the same number, the prime number, should also divide a minus 1. If 4 divides m, then 4 divides a minus 1. So this is something like example. And this condition should hold good if we want to achieve what? A maximum period and make it as a good generator. And once again, with respect to the linear congruential method, a proper choice of the parameter must be made. And these three are the methods where we can choose the proper parameters uh, so that we can consider it as a better uh, random number generator. For m a power of 2, so as I told, the speed and efficiency, it is always achieved if we consider the value of m as a power of 2, m equals to 2 to the power of b and c not equal to 0. So this is one condition or one choice of parameter. Fine. So the longest possible period we can achieve is what? It is always p to the power 2 to the power of b, where capital P represents what? The period. Fine. M equals to 2 to the power of b. This p represents the power of 2 is achieved. If c is a relative prime to m and a equals to 1 plus 4k, where k is an integer. So this is one choice of parameters. The second one is for m a power of 2, that is m equals to 2 to the power of b. Here c not equal to 0, here c equals to 0. The longest possible period we can achieve is p equals to m divided by 4, which is equal to 2 to the power of b minus 2. How this is 2 to the power of b minus 2? M value is 2 to the power of b. So this will be, okay, so it is 2 to the power of b, okay, sorry, then divided by it is 4, where this 4 can be represented as what? 2 to the power of 2. Fine. So finally what? 2 to the power of b minus of, okay, if I change this, what it will become? What? Okay, minus 2. Fine. So it is 2 to the power of b into 2 to the power of minus 2. This 2 to the power of minus 2 represents nothing but the value of 4, that is this value. And if c x naught is odd and a equals to 3 plus 8k, or a equals to 5 plus 8k for k equals to 0, 1 and so on. And the third set of choice of parameter is when m is a prime and c equals to 0, the longest possible period is p equals to m minus 1 is achieved. If a multiplier a is a property that the smaller integer k such that a to the power of k minus 1 is divisible by m is k equals to m minus 1. Fine. So these are three different types where we set the parameters so that we have the longest possible period and make the generator better one. So moving to the next, we'll take up the next type of technique, to generate the random numbers, which are called as combined linear congruential generator. Combined linear congruential generator. Once again, why we are using this technique is to substantially achieve the longer periods. We'll go with the combined linear congruential generator. The approach is here, what we'll do is combine two or more multiplicative congruential generators. So when it comes to multiplicative congruential generator, your C value should be equal to 0 in the recursive equation. Approach is to combine two or more linear congruential generator, but with the value C equals to 0. This will have good statistical properties and longer period. Statistical property is once again what? One is independence, the second one is uniformity. Both. Fine. The basic idea is something similar to this. It is just what the idea representation what I'm trying to do here. So this is my linear congruential generator. This is one more linear congruential generator, and so on. So this is my first, second, third, and so on up to k. So kth number of generators. Then once again, with respect to the first linear congruential generator, I will calculate the random integers. With respect to the second, random integers, and so on. And for each linear congruential generator, we have a modulus. So this modulo value m1, it is for the first generator. This is for the second generator. This is for the third generator, and this is for the kth generator. This is ith output of your kth generator. Right? So this is the general idea of what the combined linear congruential generator. Fine. Let x I comma 1, then I comma 2, I comma 3, and so on, I comma k be the ith output for different for k different linear congruential generators. So k different linear congruential generators. Then here jth generator as a prime modulus mj. Fine. So you can see here. Fine. X of I comma 1, I comma 2, I comma 3. So here I value varies from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Here jth generator as a prime modulus mj. So 1, 1, 1, 1. This is your first generator, modulus m1. 2, 2, 2, 2. This is your second modulus, second generator. 3, 3, 3. This value. Fine. This represents the value of j. Here 2 common. This represents the value j. This is the value j. This is your modulo mj. That is what is representing jth generator as prime modulus mj. Multiplier aj is chosen so that the period is mj minus 1. aj multiplier is chosen. That is, it is in the recursive equation. That is for each of the generator, we need a value of a. Fine. And once again, so the period is between mj minus 1. That is modulo m minus 1. It is always between 0 to, that is, m minus 1. This is the interval, the random numbers that are generated. And jth generator will produce integer outputs x comma j that are approximately distributed on the integers 1 to mj minus 1. The algorithm is defined as, so this is the algorithm that we are going to consider. Fine. It is defined as xi equals to a summation from j equals to 1 to k. This represents k number of generators starting from j equals to k minus 1 of j minus 1 into x I comma j. There is no value of c because it is what type of thing it is. Once again, we have considered multiplicative congruential generator. Then into modulus of m minus 1. Right? It is always m1 minus 1, that is the modulus value of the first generator, where xi is ith generated random integer, m1 is the modulus of first linear congruential generator, xi comma j is ith input from jth linear congruential generator. Fine. And finally, in the similar way, random number, they are calculated by using this equation. xi divided by m1. Once again, it is always the modulus value of the first generator if xi value is greater than 0. So whenever we are achieving xi value, if this xi value is greater than 0, then random number is calculated using this formula. If xi equals to 0, then random number is calculated using this formula, m1 minus 1 divided by m1. That is uniformly distributed random number between 0 and 1. Right? So this is what actually the algorithm is defined as for combined linear congruential generator. And this is the derivation actually that is done if wi comma 1, wi comma 2 and so on up to wi comma k, that is kth generator, are any independent discrete value random variables distributed from 0 to m1 minus 2, then wi can be calculated as a summation from j equals to 1 to k wi comma j modulus of m minus 1, similar to the almost similar to this equation. Then if wi comma j is defined as xi comma j minus 1, then wi comma j will be uniformly distributed from 0 to mj minus 1. The coefficient minus of j minus 1 implicitly performs a subtraction xi comma j minus 1. We'll see what actually this minus 1 to the power of j minus 1 does. Then the maximum period can be calculated as the capital P equals to modulus of the first generator minus 1 into m2 minus 1, so on, mk minus 1 divided by 2 to the power of k minus 1. This depends on the seed value used to initiate the algorithm. Based on this, we are going to calculate the maximum period. Okay, we'll take an example here. So he is the person that is L user in 1988 provides a generator that combines the multiplicative generators with A1 equals to 157, M1 equals to 32363. Fine. Then A2 equals to 146, M2 equals this value. A3 is 142, M3 is 31657. The period of this generator is approximately 8 into 10 to the power of 12. And the period generated. Generate 3 random numbers. It is nothing but I have to generate 3 random numbers. The one is R1, the second one is R2, and one more is R3. Okay, to generate these two, first I should calculate X1, then once again X2, then once again X3. Fine. Then with the combined generator, using the initial seeds x1 comma 0 as 100, x2 comma 0 as 100, x3 comma 0 as 100 for the individual generators. Because fine, initially seed value is always given with respect to which one? X0. Fine. Since how many generators we are having now? 3 generators. Fine. X1 comma 0. The initial seed value for the first generator is given. The initial seed value for the second generator is given. The initial seed value for the third generator is given for the individual generators. Right? Now I need to calculate the random numbers. So the initial seed values is given here. Okay, this is the formula that we'll be using to generate this. That is random integers. X1 comma j plus 1. Fine. X1 comma j plus 1 equals to 157. What is 157? That is A1 value. Fine. So A1 into X1 comma j. Initially this j value will be 0. Fine. Initially if j value is 0, fine, x comma 1 comma 1 will be calculating equals to 157 x of 1 comma 0. 1 comma 0 value is given mod of, this is m1. What is m1 value? It is 32363. 2 comma 1. So we'll be calculating what? X of 1 comma 1, 2 comma 1, 3 comma 1. Then using this 3 values, we'll calculate what? X1. Next we'll calculate x of 1 comma 2, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Then calculate what? X2. Then once again 1 comma 3, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 3. Then calculate what? X3. Fine. So here what we are doing, x of 1 comma j plus 1 equals to 157. 1 comma j mod of this. Then x2 of j plus 1 equals to, the second A2 value is 146. X2 comma j mod of, okay, the second modulus value 31727. X3 comma j plus 1 equals to A3 value is 142. 142 x of 3 comma j mod of 31657. Then finally, when we are calculating x1, x2 and so on, this is the formula we'll be using. Initially, j value will be 0. So it is nothing but x1 equals to, take this value minus of this, then this. So that is what minus 1 is used in your formula. Here, minus 1 j to the power of j minus 1. So this value minus this plus this. If there is one more value, then it will become minus of that value. Then mod of it is always, so modulus value of the first generator minus 1, that is 3263. 32363 minus 1, that is 32362. Then calculate the random integer value like r1, r2 and so on. J value is 0. X of j plus 1 divided by 32363, that is m1 value. If x of j plus 1 is greater than 0, else 32362, that is m1 minus 1 divided by m, 32363. Okay, if x of j plus 1 equals to 0. So this is what we need to use to calculate it. Now just check here, the first three random numbers has to be generated. First, fine, here this j value, initially it is 0. So we'll calculate x of 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, which is equal to 157 into, fine, the seed value is given here 100, 1, 0. So then 100, then 2, 0, 300. So it is 300. Then 3, 0, it is 500. So 500 mod. Once again, the modulus value, this is the answer you are going to get. Then use this formula. So this minus this plus this. So you will get the answer as what? Mod with only the modulus 1 minus 1 value. Fine. So you'll get the answer 11313. Then since x1 is 11313, check whether it is greater than 0. Definitely it is greater than 0. So use this formula. Fine. So it is nothing but x1 value divided by, what is the value? Modulus of the first generator, that is m1 value, that is 32363. What is the answer I'm getting here? 0.3496. Fine. Next, the similar way, I need to calculate what? The next random generator. So next time, here it was 111. Next time these values will be 222. Fine. So 222, when these values become 222, fine, you can see here, this will become 12. Fine. 1, 2, then 2, 2, then once again 3, 2. So use the values there. So 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. So once again 157, 146, 142. Then once again here you can see 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. Now this j value remains as what? 1. So x of 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. So here already it's calculated x of 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1. You have to use these three values here. 15700, fine, here 15700, then once again 12073, so 12073, then 7686, 7686. These a values will remain as it is, this modulus value will be remaining as it is. Then x2 is calculated as what? This minus this plus this. So 5312 minus 17673 plus 15074 mod. Then once again always modulus value of the first generator minus 1. Fine. 2713. Now check whether it is greater than 1. It is greater than 1, so use this. So 2713, 31727. Sorry, this should not be, what is the formula? It should be, sorry, it should be 3 modulus m1 value. So 3236. Kindly correct it. Correct it. Else this should be 32362 minus divided by 32363. Then R2 value, okay, even this you change to, sorry, modulus 1 value, but the answer you will get is same, 0.0838. Fine. In the similar way, you just apply the formula and try to generate the random number R3. If you still want to continue with this, even you can generate what? R4, R5 and so on. This is what all about your combined linear comprehension generator. and this is again the same thing is repeated. Okay. Moving on to the next one, this is a simpler one, random number streams. This is with respect to the seed value, that is x naught. Fine. So whenever we are generating the random numbers, we'll generate the numbers, that is random integers x naught, x1, x2, xp. Then again it will repeat x naught, x1, x2, xp, and so on. Fine. So instead of always selecting x naught as your seed value, fine. So whatever the period we are getting here, we can select any one of these values as what? The seed for the generator. This type it is called as random number streams. Different seed value is used to initiate the single random number generator. Therefore, stream of random numbers will be different. That is your seed value. Thus, a single random number generator with k stream acts like k distinct virtual random number generator. With each different k values, so we'll be having virtual k distinct virtual random number generators. So that is what, for a linear congruential generator, a random number is stream is nothing more than a convenient way to refer to the starting seed taken from the sequence of what, x0, x1, x2 up to xp. That is, this is one complete period. If the streams are b, it is always, it is nothing but it is 2 to the power of b. Always m value will be chosen with respect to 2 to the power of b. So if the streams are b values apart, then the stream is defined with the starting seed. So this is the starting state, si equals to xb of I minus 1 for I equals to 1, 2 and so on, with p cats for period divided by b. So this will be my first seed value when I equals to 1, then I equals to 2, the next seed value, I is equal to 3, the next seed value. So each time we can select different seed value for generating the random numbers. So this is all about what, the random number streams. Fine. So coming to this, the different types of techniques, the 3 different types of techniques are important, and the problems on linear congruential technique and combined linear congruential generator, they are important. So just go through this. If you have any doubts, once again, get back to me. Yes, thank you.